Hi there, we're going to be taking a deeper dive as we look into the book Night Tree by Eve Bunting. To do this, we're going to be using our graphic organizer, our discussion organizer, which is found in the comments section of this video. Once you've downloaded that and printed it off, let's take a closer look at our discussion topic. So here's the big question we're asking about this book. Should the family feed wild animals by putting food on a tree in the woods? Now you might think this is an obvious answer, but I'm going to challenge you to dig a little bit deeper and think a little bit more about this topic. So, because we want to promote a discussion of your ideas. So on this graphic organizer, we have reasons why the answer should be no. So in other words, why they should not be putting food on a tree in the woods, or the reason why the answer should be yes. And here at the bottom, after you've processed your list of reasons why not, or why it should, come to a conclusion and think about what conclusion did you arrive at after looking at all of the evidence. Let's think of some reasons first why the answer should be no. Now, like I said before, this might sound like an obvious answer of, well, yes, they should feed wild animals by putting food on a tree in the woods. However, let's think about this a little bit more. Why might this not be a good thing? Can you think of a reason why this might not be a good thing to do? If you've ever been to a wildlife refuge, or if you've ever been to a national park, what do they normally tell you? They normally tell you not to feed the wild animals. So that's pretty much, if you go someplace where it has a lot of wild animals, they'll tell you, please do not feed them. So I'm going to write some notes here. I'm going to make a bulleted point, and I'm going to just write down the big ideas that should not feed wild animals. Because if wild animals get used to being fed by humans, that could be problematic, because that's when you get things like bears roaming around and rummaging in people's garbage or dumpsters, and that's never a good thing. So we've got one idea here why it might not be a good idea. And let's think a little bit deeper as well. Think about what kinds of animals would be attracted to this type of tree. It would probably be prey animals, deer, squirrels, things that are preyed upon by other animals. Well, can you think of a problem that might arise from having all of these prey animals being attracted to one tree in particular in the woods? Okay, so maybe we could write that we could have a problem with predators could find the prey animals quite easily. So if all of these animals that are usually prey are gathering around this tree, it's going to be they're also going to attract a lot of predatory animals as well. So that might not be such a wonderful thing, because these animals might actually be putting themselves in more danger by being closer together. All right, so we have a couple of reasons why it might not be a good idea. Let's think of some reasons why it is a good idea. And the first of which I think is pretty obvious from the book is, it's nice. It feeds the animals in the winter time, which is a time where a lot of wild animals go hungry. Okay, so that is a good idea. Another reason why it might be a good thing, think about what it did for their family. So it was a fun family tradition for them. So for their particular family, It was a fun tradition that they found meaning and a sense of togetherness by doing that. So that could be a couple of reasons why it would be a good idea. So at this time, see if you can think of another reason why it would be a bad idea, and perhaps another reason why it would be a good idea. And then I challenge you, after reviewing all of the facts here, what conclusion do you come to? Okay, and then write it down here in this box down here at the bottom. What did you come to? Ultimately, is it a good idea or is it not? And then be sure to support your opinion with what was in the book and some of your ideas that you came up here in the two boxes up here at the top. Happy reading and happy writing.